Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Commander's Crypt, coming to you live from New Orleans. We have another Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate Commander Precon. It's party time. So we're going to go check out this Precon today and discuss it, go through the cards. I do this because sometimes other people don't have time or the money just yet to get their precons from this set. They may be big Dungeons & Dragons and Magic fans, and they may not be able to get them all. So by watching my videos and others, they can decide which one they want to get, which one's best for them. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to open this up and see what we've got. If you're in the New Orleans area or you're looking online for cards, these are the guys to go to right here. Go for Games and Plus One Gaming in the New Orleans area. They've been very kind to me. So go if you're in the local New Orleans area, go check these guys out. So they've got a bunch of cards online, and I'll mail them off to you. So let's see what we got today. Party time. Oh my God. It's your party, and they'll die if you want to. Choose your commander and overcome both friend and foe in this definitive multiplayer Magic format. Group up with Nalia and a full party of clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards. A complete party grants you access to massive power-ups that'll leave your opponents in the dust. I like it. Nalia Darnice. Very French, very New Orleans-y sounding. Born to a noble house of moderate means, Nalia was trained as a wizard from a young age while sneaking out at night to train as a rogue. She is eager to ally with adventurers and to fight to protect the weak. If her choice of companions leads her to take part in any wrongdoing, she makes amends and brings the villains to justice. I like it. So we're going to open this up and get on with it. Hey, I wanted to apologize. I meant to put out 2 videos the last couple of days, but I caught the Rona. I'm quarantining, and it was kind of kicking my butt there for a while. I was very tired, but I'm feeling better now. So here I am making my videos for you. I love making these videos, and I hope you enjoy them half as much as I like making them. But I'm still COVID positive, but I'm self-quarantining in my at the Rogues Gallery here at my house. So so we're gonna I've got this Precon and the last Precon, which is going to be Exit from Exile. Look for those coming out soon, and then we're gonna do a gameplay video where we play these just straight out the box. So let's see what we get. I love making these videos. It's fun for me. Nalia Darnice. I'm wondering if there is a card in the Legends set, old back in '95. Nalia Darnice. I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, so she is Nalia Darnice. She is a human rogue. 1 black, 1 white, 1 colorless. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard spells from the top of your library. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, put a +1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain death touch until end of turn. She's a 3/3 for 3, so that's pretty good. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Then we've got B.A. Baracus, party leader. B.A. Baracus from the A-Team. Remember Mr. T's character. But anyway, Dun, 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 dun. Baracus, party leader, legendary creature orc, 1 black, 3 colorless. The party leader is also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Oh, I like that. Okay. Synergy. Okay, I dig it. All right. So, whenever B.A. Baracus attacks, defending player loses X life and you create X treasure tokens, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Choose a background. Wow. These two together is actually very strong. Okay, no, they don't partner. Huh. Of all the commanders that should partner, these are the two. But anyway, all right. So, he's an orc. So he's the second featured commander in this deck. So next we've got 1 white, 1 colorless folk hero, legendary enchantment background. Commander creatures you own have, whenever you cast a spell that shares a creature type with this creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So they are really, really, really giving a lot of help to white within the card draw ability department, and I'm glad to see that. White has needed help for a very long time. I don't know why they've kept it so unpowered. Meanwhile, black has like all the power. But anyway, okay, that's cool. Let's see what else we got. Arcane Signet, Command Tower, Aven Mind Sensor. He is a bird wizard, 1 white, 2 colorless, flash. Flying. If an opponent would search a library, that player searches the top 4 cards of that library instead. He's a 2/1 flyer with flash. Okay, so he's what's known as a hate bear. Hate bears are cards that have, like a power of 2, but they all combined together have these abilities that create problems for the opponent. And so that's what he is. Let's see what else we got. So he is a wizard, so he works with Nalia Darnis. Crib Swap. This is a good card. 1 white, 2 colorless changeling. This card is every creature type. Exile target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 colorless shape shifter creature token with changeling. Very, very good card. Instant exile. Irregular cohort. 2 white, 2 colorless shapeshifter changeling. When irregular cohort enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 colorless shape shifter creature token with changeling. 2/2. All right. So for 4 mana, you get 2 2/2s. Okay. Very underwhelming. Okay. Mage's Attendant. Brand new card from the last set. Nuka Pena, which was awesome, by the way. 1 white, 2 colorless. When Mage's Attendant enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue wizard creature token with. Sacrifice this creature, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Now, the cool thing about these changelings with Nalia Darnis is she says over here, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, boom, one of these shapeshifters, changelings, it says this card is every creature type. So all you need is one of these changelings to fill that requirement right there, and you'll have a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. So everybody, all your creatures will get +1 as per Nalia Darnis. So that's pretty cool, actually. So when Mage Attendant enters, she's a rogue, but then she creates a wizard, so that helps with the count as well. Okay. Mother of Runes. She's a human cleric, white staple, 1 white, 1/1 creature. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Very, very strong. Priest of Ancient Lore. 1 white, 2 colorless. When Priest of Ancient Lore enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Okay. Very vanilla. Rumor Gatherer. She's also new from last set. 2 white, 1 colorless. Again, helping white with the card draw. There's another creature that came out in this set called Cleric of Agma. He's a 2/2 for 2 white. He's very good. He also has flash, and he says that whenever anybody searches their library, you can draw a card. And that's big because people are always searching their libraries, if nothing else, for lands, fetch lands. They're really going out of their way to help white with card draw with something. And this is part of that I was talking about earlier. So she's an elf wizard, so she's a wizard. She helps with the count. Alliance, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card instead. All right. Yep. Valiant Changeling, he's a shapeshifter. He's pricey. 2 white, 5 colorless. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature type among creatures you control. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana this spell costs by more than 5. Changeling, double strike. Okay. I'm wondering if a changeling on the battlefield already, just 1, makes this guy just for 2 white mana. I think it does. Rules lawyers, let me know. Because it said it costs 1 less to cast for each creature type among creatures. If you got a changeling out there, he's all creature types. So he's going to be more than 5. Very, very interesting. Okay. Changeling Outcast. 1 black. Can't block and can't be blocked for 1/1. Corpse Augur. Creature, zombie, wizard. When the Augur dies, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of creature cards in target player's graveyard. Okay. Malakir Blood Priest, 1 black, 1 colorless, 2/1. When the Blood Priest enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Okay. That could be very, very, very strong. Especially if you go with a token strategy, which is what I would recommend. Thwart the Grave, 2 black, 4 colorless. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. There it is again. Return target creature and up to 1 target cleric, rogue, warrior, wizard creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. All right. So we got a lot of synergy going on with this deck. I'm kind of digging it. Solaport Cutthroat, human rogue ally, 1 black, 1 colorless. Whenever the Cutthroat or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. Spark, 1 black, 1 white, exile target permanent with mana value 4 or greater. Okay. Orzhov Signet, Skull Clamp, very good. Soul Ring. Yeah, Skull Clamp with a token strategy in its deck would really be amazing. So far, we haven't come across said token generators, but so that gives you black or white, Ash Barrens, Bajuka Bog, very, very good card. Mortuary Mire. When it enters the battlefield, you may put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Very, very, that's very good. I might have to put one of these in my Kalia deck. Myriad Landscape. All right, let's see what else we got here. Orzhov Basilica, Path of Ancestry. Snowfield Sinkhole. Okay. All right. So then, after the lands, we've got Deep Known Terramancer, 1 white, 1 colorless, flash. Mold Earth, whenever 1 or more lands enters the battlefield under an opponent's control without being played. You may search your library for a Plains card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Do this only once each turn. Okay. Very good. Harper Recruiter. Human Warrior Flying. Whenever Harper Recruiter attacks, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard from among them and put those cards in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, this deck seems neat. I'm still not seeing a lot of power, but okay. Seasoned Dungeoneer, 1 white, 3 colorless. When the Dungeoneer enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever you attack, target attacking Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard gains protection from creatures until end of turn. It explores. Okay. Stick Together. Each player chooses a party from among creatures they control, then sacrifices the rest. To choose a party, choose up to 1 of each of Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. Okay. Black Market Connections, 1 black, 2 colorless. Enchantment, at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, choose 1 or more. Okay, so this is a good card. I like this card. 1 black, 2 colorless. It's basically a Phyrexian Arena, but maybe better. And Phyrexian Arena is a fantastic card. It's been around for a long time. There's been nothing better, but this might just be. So it's an enchantment. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, choose 1 or more. Sell contraband, create a treasure token, you lose 1 life, okay. Buy information, draw a card, you lose 2 life, okay. Hire a mercenary, create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling, you lose 3 life. So this is a very good card because it, you know, if you're high on life, which you may be in a vampire deck, you know, with a lot of life link or whatever, you know, these every turn to get one of these is fantastic, but to be able to get 3 every turn or mix and match is fantastic. Especially creating a 3/2 dude every turn for 3. So very, very good card. Solemn Doom Guide, 2 black, 3 colorless flying. Each creature card in your graveyard that's a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and or Wizard has unearthed. 1 black, 1 colorless. Return the card to the battlefield. The creature gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next instant. Okay. Tiefling Cleric. Multi-class Baldric. 1 white. 1 colorless. Equipment. Equipped creature has lifelink if you control a Cleric. Death Touch if you control a Rogue. Haste if you control a Warrior. And Flying if you control a Wizard. As long as you have a full party, prevent all damage that would be dealt to equipped creature. Equip 2. Okay. I like it. Archpriest of Iona, 1 white. Her power is equal to the number of his power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1, gains flying until end of turn. Okay. That's a rare. All right. Austere Command. We know about this guy. 1 white, 4 colorless, choose 2, destroy all artifacts, destroy all enchantments, destroy all creatures with 3 or less, destroy all creatures with mana value 4 or greater. Okay. Bygone Bishop. 1 white, 2 colorless, flying. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 3 or less, investigate. That's a clue token. 2, sack it, draw a card. All right. Dusk Till Dawn, very good card. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, and then the Dawn is an aftermath. You can only play it in your graveyard. Return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Very, very good. 8.5 tails. Haven't seen him in a while. 2 white. 2/2. 1 white, 1 colorless. Target permanent you control gains protection from white until end of turn. 1 colorless target spell or permanent becomes white until end of turn. Okay. Frontline medic. 1 white, 2 colorless. Battalion. Whenever frontline medic and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Sack him. Counter target spell with X in its mana cost unless its controller pays 3. Okay, guy seems good. All your creatures get indestructible if you attack with him and 2 other guys. Gale Powder Mage, 1 white, 3 colorless. Flying, whenever he attacks, exile another target creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Very good. That's blink ability right there. What a weird card. I'm looking for the bird's head and I'm not seeing it. Okay, whatever. Glorious Protector, 2 white, 2 colorless, flash flying. When he enters the battlefield, you may exile any number of non-angel creatures you control until Glorious Protector leaves the battlefield. Okay. 3/4 flyer for 4. All right. Jazal Goldmane, 2 white, 2 colorless, first strike, 4/4. 2 white, 3 colorless, attacking creatures you control give XX until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Okay. Ooh. Little mini crater hoof action there. Magus of the Balance. 1 white, 1 colorless. Anyone knows me, they know I love the Maguses. He's a human wizard. 1 white, 4 colorless. Sacrifice Magus of the Balance. Each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest, then sacrifices the rest. Players discard cards and sacrifice creatures the same way. Balance is an alpha card, one of the strongest cards in Magic, and they use the Maguses to replicate those cards. 5 is a hefty cost, but it's a very strong power. Machias the Lunarch, 1 white X. Machias enters the battlefield with X +1 counters on it. Tap him, put a +1 counter on it. Tap him, remove a +1 counter on it. Put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Very nice. Okay. Mirror Entity, very good card. 1 white, 2 colorless. He's a changeling. X until end of turn. Creatures you control have base power and toughness X and gain all creature types. Very, very good card. Order of White Clay, 2 white, 1 colorless, Kithkin Cleric. 2 white, 1 colorless to untap, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Reanimate. Selfless Spirit. Basically this guy is a tiny Sun Titan. Selfless Spirit, 1 white, 1 colorless, flying, sack him. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. And he is a cleric, so he helps with the cleric count. Savine's Reclamation, 1 white, 2 colorless, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, you may copy the spell and may choose new target for the copy. It's got flashback. Okay. Some reanimation synergies here. Solemn Recruit, 2 white, 1 colorless, double strike, revolt. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, put a +1 counter on Solemn Recruit. Squad Commander, 1 white, 3 colorless. When the commander enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white core warrior creature token for each creature in your party. Nice. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control give +1/0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Okay. All right, so this deck is not that hard to figure out. It's basically a white weenie deck with token generators. It should have more token generators, in my opinion, but whatever. Unbreakable formation, 1 white, 2 colorless. Creatures you control gain indestructible till end of turn. If you cast a spell during your main phase, put a +1 counter on each of those creatures and gain vigilance until end of turn. Okay. Blood-soaked champion. He keeps coming back. He's a 2/1 for black. Can't block. For 1 black, 1 colorless, return him from the graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only if you attack this turn. Butcher of Malakir. Okay. So you attack with your little guys, and if anybody blocks them, when they die, they have to sacrifice their bigger guys. Very good card. Calculating Lich. 2 black, 4 colorless. Menace. Whenever a creature attacks one of your opponents, that player loses 1 life. Okay. Ooh, that could be good. That's very good. 5/5 for 6. Dire Fleet Ravager. He is a pirate, orc pirate, wizard even. 2 black, 3 colorless. Menace, Death Touch. When he enters the battlefield, each player loses a third of their life rounded up. Wow. Wow, these bombs, man, I tell you. Gontai, Lord of Luxury. Etherborn Rogue, 2/3 Death Touch. When he enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down. Then put the rest on the bottom of that library in a random order. You may look at and cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana or mana of any type to cast that spell. So this is a card that came out in the Kaladesh block, probably around 2015, 2016. And it's the ability that, allows black players to, play other people's spells from either their deck or their hand and use any mana as if it was, whatever they needed. And Wizards has really delved into that mechanic a lot the last couple of sets. Black and red are able to cast all kinds of stuff just from the last couple of sets. I kind of like it. It's very strong. I kind of wish they'd give white that ability. They give black all of these amazing abilities, and white gets nothing. They're finally getting card draw. Grim Heru Specs, 1 black, 2 colorless morph. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, draw a card. Okay. Grim Hireling, Tiefling Rogue. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create 2 treasure tokens. Nice. Sack 'em. Target creature gets XX until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Mardu Strike Leader, 1 black, 2 colorless. He's a warrior. Whenever he attacks, create a 2/1 black warrior creature token. Now we're talking. But he's a 3/2. That stinks. He should be a 3/3 or a 3/4. So if you can attack with this guy every turn, that's pretty sweet. Mind Blade Render, 1 black, 1 colorless. Whenever your opponents are dealt combat damage, if any of that damage was dealt by a warrior, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Very nice. A lot of card draw on this. Nighthawk Scavenger, 2 black, 1 colorless, flying death touch lifelink. His power is equal to 1 plus number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. Okay. Pontiff of Blight, 2 black, 4 colorless, extort. Other creatures you control have extort. 2/7. Puppeteer Click, 2 black, 3 colorless, flying. When they enter the battlefield, put target creature card from opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It gains haste beginning your next end step. Exile it. And then these guys have persist. That means if they get killed, they come back with negative counter on them. And you use the ability all over again. Felisa, Fang of Silverquill. 1 black, 1 white, 2 colorless. Legendary creature, vampire, wizard, flying mentor. Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1 counter on target cracking. Sorry, guys. I'm recovering from the COVID, so I'm a little delirious. A cracking creature with lesser power. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, create X tap 2/1 white and black inkling creature tokens with flying. Ooh. Where X is the number of counters it had on it. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I'm liking the tokens. I love tokens. Verge's Retribution, 1 black, 2 white, and a colorless. Create a 4/4 white angel warrior token with flying and Vince. Till end of turn, angels you control gain tap, destroy target creature with power less than its creature's power. 3 angels you control gain double strength till end of turn. Ooh, very nice. I like that. But okay, maybe I'm a stickler here, but angels are pure white creatures, right? This is a black and white enchantment. Anyway, all right. I guess there are black and white angels out there, like Angel of Destruction or whatever, but okay. 1 black, 1 white, High Priest of Penance. Whenever High Priest Penance is dealt damage, you may destroy target non-land permanent. Ooh, okay. I like that. Just use him to block. Mask Wood Nexus 4, and then keep bringing them back. I like it. Mask Wood Nexus, 4 colorless creatures you control are every creature type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. 3 tap it, create a blue shapeshifter creature token with changeling. Oh, this is a really good card. My mind is already thinking of the shenanigans that you can use with this. Very, very nice. And that's it. Castle Lochthwain, very strong land to put in a precon. Mutavault. Good utility lands. Shambling Vent. Yeah, so that's it. That's the deck. Not much to it. Oh, it's got a Windbrisk Heights as well. Old white staple. Oh, this deck has a lot of really good utility lands. So Castle Lochthwain is a very strong card. This is a very strong card. I have one of these in my Kalia deck. And, my Kalia deck has big flyers. So with this card, I can get a bunch of life. War Room. Pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity. Draw a card. Okay. Then Starlit Sanctum. This is an old land from back in the day. I actually have some of these in my life deck. I have an old vintage or legacy life game deck that creates infinite life with clerics, and then you sacrifice it to the Starlit Sanctum and get that life. It says tap to add a colorless, 1 white, sack a cleric creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. 1 black, sack a cleric. Target player loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Very, very cool. And then that's pretty much it. Plains, swamps, and tokens. I'll show you the tokens I got here real quick, and that'll be it. So there's the goofy Kithkin shapeshifter looking guy. Ooh, there's the hottie shapeshifter. Nice. Hey, baby. Oh, another one. Core warrior. All right. Another warrior babe. All right. And that's pretty much it. So that's it. I do these videos so you guys can see, experience opening the box and see whether you want to get it or not. You know, I'll just be honest. This deck, it doesn't really excite me a whole lot, you know. But you know, if this is what you're into, then hey, you know, whatever. So far, my favorite deck from this set that I'm seeing is the Mind Flayers. That looks like a really fun deck, very strong as well. This deck doesn't look as strong, in my humble opinion. So, you know, I'll leave it up to you. But as of right now, Mind Flayers has my number one vote. We have one more video to make, and I'll do that tomorrow when I'm feeling better. We're going to be opening this one right here, Exit from Exile. So that's it. We're going to get on out of here, leaving you from New Orleans, Louisiana. This is the Commander's Crypt. I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize for being under the weather. It may be a while till we can do our little gameplay video with these cards because I'm self-quarantining. I don't want my buddies to catch what I got. So anyway, we have a Patreon. We have a website. Go check it out. And we will see you next time on the Commander's Crypt New Orleans.